Well, the president likes to have lots of people disagree in front of him, and he has the confidence to go and make the final decision for himself. Do you think that this is the best way to make a decision? Because he's been through 3 chief of staffs over his first 3 years in office. And maybe a lot of people out there think, well, maybe the White House is disorganized.
I think that way of making decisions has very high costs. You know, one thing I really saw in my reporting is that the Obama team, which everybody always assumed was so kind of insular and tight, was actually quite divided. The tensions in that group are considerable, and over the course of the book we see how the sort of initially united Obama team frays and frays and frays and becomes less functional. You know, on the chief of staff question, there are some questions about whether this president is fully willing to turn himself over to a chief of staff.
All right, now let's get back to the stir that your book caused. There was a harsh reaction from the White House. Do you think it was deserved? Would they do this to Bob Woodward?
I don't know, but I was very surprised because they cooperated with the book. The book was fact-checked beforehand. You know, they didn't have any substantive factual claims with the book. And the other thing is that, you know, the portrait of Michelle Obama in the book is of a strong woman who really wants her husband to succeed in the presidency, but she's not portrayed in any kind of stereotyped way.
Has the angry reaction from the White House caused you to reassess your view of them or anything that you wrote in the book?
No, I mean, look, I'm a reporter. If they could say that I'm like running a meth lab out of my 6-year-old's bedroom, and I'll still report on them in the most sensitive and accurate way I know how. You know, I think the thing that it's taught me is that I did this book kind of the traditional New York Times way. You know, I reported, I fact-checked, and I thought, as long as I have everything right, you know, people will read it and understand it. And so it was kind of a shock to see a lot of people on cable TV and online characterizing the book in very firm terms when they obviously hadn't looked at it.
Well, I guess they have to read it.
I hope so. Thanks so much.